Okay, so autophagy. Autophagy is, I think it's a Greek word. It means self-eating, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, when your body's in a state of autophagy, the cells are rejuvenating themselves and basically taking out the trash. So that is so important. I did a lot of fasting. Fasting brings on autophagy, and it's just incredible. It cleans up your cells, your mitochondria, everything. So how do you do that? Fasting, you go without food, right? I mean, it's hard to do. But if you take away the fact that you're going to sleep, say 7, in my case, 6, 7 hours a night, by the time you get up and going, you burned 8 hours right there, right? And if you're if you stop eating, say, an early dinner at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, if you can do that. Evening eating is not good for you anyway. We already know that, for blood sugar and everything else. But if you stop the eating early on, and then you figure by the time you hit 4 or 5 in the morning, you're at 12 hours, right? So to bring on autophagy, which is so important, some scientists even say that it can even produce stem cells if you go long enough. Okay, but you have to talk to your doctor about all this, because some people, especially with women with their hormones, they can't do long-term fasting without figuring out certain cycles in their body. So anyway, I'm not a doctor. This is just information to help anybody out that I can. So for me, when I fasted, to bring on autophagy was the only reason I wanted to do it. I wasn't looking to lose weight. I had dropped enough weight. So what I felt was I had sensations while I was doing it. I had in some cases, like my kidney, because my kidneys were failing at one time. And when I was fasting like that, my kidneys would have not pain, but sensations in my kidneys and in my liver area. And I know you can't feel a lot of these organs. Oh, well, your kidneys, you can a lot. But the thing is I felt these sensations throughout my body, and they didn't feel bad. They almost felt like something good was happening, and I was to let it happen. So sometimes I would continue and go from a 24, even I'd start off thinking 16, 18 hours that day. It would turn into a 24-hour fast. And a couple times I went 2 days. Going into 3, I couldn't go the full 3 days. Just keeping it really straight here about that, I couldn't go 3 full days. It was, after a while, maybe because of my condition, my body just said, hey, whoa, that's enough. There were detox reactions, believe it or not, detox reactions that my body felt like it was going through. So I went from feeling really hungry and everything until that there's something in your stomach. I don't know if it's a hormone. Ghrelin, I think, is the name of it. It's it'll come to me, but it's basically something that makes you hungry. It's that sensation you get. It's not really just, oh, you're hungry. There's reasons why that happens, and that fades. And there's ways to make that happen, to make that go away. I'm jumping around, but this is interesting. You can have, if you have a little bit of black coffee, if you can have coffee, make sure your heart's okay and everything. If you can't have coffee, have a little bit of black coffee, even a quarter of a cup, a half a cup, while you're fasting. First of all, you'll speed up what could be autophagy happening in your body. It really works. It'll help for weight loss too, and it'll keep you alert and everything. But it also, the compound itself helps speed up autophagy. That's huge. So, and it'll cut back on the hunger. So that's amazing. You could add some MCT oils and stuff like that to it, maybe even a little butter. You've heard of butter coffee and all that. You could do all that, but you can't do any of these powders or anything, or sugars. Nothing with sugar in it. And you shouldn't have too much protein if you're going to even do that. You shouldn't, really, on a real fast. A little bit of coffee. What I would do is, even, believe it or not, I would take like a couple blueberries. Just after day 2, you're starting, sometimes you can get you go through a second stage of hunger, So I would take like 2 blueberries and just eat them. And it would cut that little sugar craving that I had. And then I'd carry on and drink a lot of water. If you could find, what I did, it was I found a mineral mix, an electrolyte mineral mix that I used to sip throughout the day. By day 2, you might need that, okay? Because first of all, if you have a chronic illness and you're not absorbing nutrients, whether you have gut damage or whatever, well, bingo, you're going to fix it with fasting, okay? Nothing in is going to help your gut repair. Just remember that. You put nothing in your stomach is just going to repair itself, right? So that just makes common sense. So you be careful what you do, the little things you do put, especially with the coffee. Be careful with that. It's something I did do, and I think it helped me get through it, but you're not looking to just get through it. You're looking to help yourself. So I've heard stories of people with massive inflammation that just fades. That's pretty cool to know. It's a harder way to go than just taking some supplements or the herbals we've spoken of. It's a lot tougher of a way to go, but it does a lot more things. It's a lot more entailed. So anyway, I'm already at 6 minutes here. I'm going to let it go, but it's autophagy, and that's a warm-up lap on fasting, because I did a ton of fasting. I still do fast, just not as often as before, because I'm trying to put some weight on again. I dropped so much weight. I lost, I think it was 25% of my body weight when I was at my sickest point. So I start to put a lot of that weight on now, and it makes me feel a little better, and I fit my clothes better. I don't look like a stick figure anymore, you know? So anyway, have a great day.